Hey everyone, so here's another video I thought I'd share with you, the new intro that I did about 4.5 years ago, but the information is still pertinent to this day. When you get your ham radio license, usually you start as a technician class. But I hear on D-Star and other bands where people say, I'm only a tech, this is all I can do is use a hand radio or a ham radio handheld with a hotspot. That's totally incorrect. So I want to show you some of the things that you can do just as a technician class operator. You'll see it in this video right here. By the way, if you are not a technician class radio operator, hamradioprep.com. Use the code ERIC20 at checkout in the bottom, save 20%. But guys, they're my only sponsor and they're my longest sponsor, and I have gotten 15,000 plus people into ham radio by using Ham Radio Prep. And the difference is you're not just studying answers out of a book. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing when you step into ham radio. That's why I think for the rest of my life, Ham Radio Prep is going to be the easiest solution, guaranteed, or your money back. You can study now, and in a week you'll be ready for the exam. Now, back to the video. Let's talk about the U.S. Amateur Radio Technician privileges posted here by the ARRL, the Amateur Radio Relay League. They are the National Association for Ham Radio, okay? Now, as a technician class, remember, this is the key word here in this video, I'm only a technician. Well, only technicians can work all this. And I'm going to explain what this means to you and give you an idea to encourage you that just because you're a technician class does not mean you're limited, okay? So you have UHF, VHF, and HF. And a lot of times you hear HF, oh, I can't get on HF. I'm a technician class. Wrong. In fact, you need to think about when you say that, though, because in the technician class license exam, you knew where you can operate in the HF band. So you don't want to get that person that might be an older curmudgeon and say, wait a second, you didn't know you can get on 10 meters? That was part of the test questions. Yes, it is. It is. But let me explain it to you and give you a little more detailed of what you can do as a tech. So 10, 15, 40, and 80 meters. 10 meters, 15 meters, 40 meters, and 80 meters all have privileges for technician class amateur radio operators. If you look at the graph here, you see the little white lines that are squiggly, CW only. That's Morse code, continuous wave, constant wave. That's Morse code. Now, as a technician class operator, you have 80 meter Morse code privileges, 40 meter Morse code privileges, 15 Morse code privileges, and 10 meter Morse code privileges, okay? That's a lot, guys. That is a lot. And look, 200 watts peak envelope power maximum. Do you know what that means? Every out-of-the-box ham transceiver these days, the ICOM 7300, the Yaesu FT991A, a lot of these radios are 100 watts. So you automatically get 200 watts PEP maximum, okay? And any radio, even if it's not a new one, let's say it's an old radio, a tube radio. Guys, tube radios that you find at HamFest that are maybe $150 that work will most likely do CW. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to have a modern rig to enjoy ham radio. Now, they did drop the code. So a lot of people say, well, you're not required to learn CW to get the license. But guys, if I knew CW these days, I'm on a mission now. If I learned Morse code, I probably will never pick up a mic again. There's something about using CW with a little 1 watt homemade transmitter under a palm tree on an island in the Indian River on my jet ski and making contacts. Guys, that is ham radio. Okay, but let's keep going because I'll get on a tangent. So these portions here on 80, 40, and 15. All three of these bands offer worldwide communications if the bands are right. I mean, 40 meters, you can talk to Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Asiatic, Russia, Cyprus, Qatar, Mexico, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, and more on 40 meter CW. I encourage you to learn CW as a tech before you get your general because you'll be way ahead of me. I'm a general, and I don't know CW. You get the hint? Okay, 10 meters. So you also get the entire CW, RIDI, and data portion. What is RIDI? RIDI is radio teletype. That is digital, listen, more than just RIDI. RIDI, PSK31, FT8, JT65, Thor, Throb, Hellschreiber, the list goes on and on that you can use on digital modes on 10 meters as a technician class. And most any transceiver can interface with your computer with just a USB cable or an interface that you build or buy yourself. Depends on what kind of radio you have. But data, you can do WinLink. You can send it, guys, you can send emails from your HF radio on 10 meters, to other parts of the world. WinLink, Packet, Amtor, Vera FM, a lot of different modes that you can do as a tech, including single sideband from 28.3 to 28.5.
Okay, just making sure that the log is correct. Okay, Gary, good to have spoken with you this evening. Thank you for answering the CQ call. There's a few more out there. You continue to mobile safe, Godspeed.
Look at the 5-9 here.
Stay well. QSL? QRZ.
Kilo, Juliet 4, Yankee, Zulu, India.
The Yankee Zulu India station again.
Hey, Stefan, this is Kilo, Juliet 4, Yankee, Zulu, India. Name's Eric, Echo, Romeo, India, Charlie in Florida. I tried getting you mobile earlier, but you still have a good signal here in Florida, my friend. Over.
Oh, QSL, yeah. I'm getting a lot of good signals out of Florida, Eric, and I apologize for not hearing you a little bit earlier, but I was on the ground mounted vertical, and that thing pulls signals in from all over. Now I'm on the beam, and it isolates things a little bit better. But you have a beautiful signal, Eric. 5.9. No complaints on this side, QSL. And this is by far, as a general since 2009 and the ham radio since 2004, totally, 10 meters is by far my favorite band of all. It's coming up. 10 meters will open up from April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Then it starts to fade out. Then you get a little winter solstice opening in December, January time. But 10 meters is amazing. With 50 watts, 100 watts, you could work the world. And a solar cycle coming up, you could do that. The same thing with 5 watts on 10 meters. Now, let's move to VHF. VHF is 1,500 watts maximum. I do not have 1,500 watts, and I never have. I probably never will. That's a lot of power to be able to use on VHF. But look, 6 meters, the magic band, the entire 6-meter band. CW, listen.
Okay, 73, Whiskey, Victor, 2, Victor. Anybody else out there that can still hear me? Whiskey, Victor, 2, Victor.
Kilo, Juliet 4, Yankee, Zulu, India.
Okay, Kilo, Juliet 4 again.
Kilo, Juliet 4, Yankee, Zulu, India, KJ4, YZI, Echo Lima 97 in Florida, over.
Okay, Kilo, Juliet 4, Yankee, Zulu, India. Echo Mike 5-4, I think it was, over.
Echo Lima 97. I switched from the beam to the vertical. Figured I'd check back on 6 meters again, and it's still coming in strong here in Florida, over.
Okay, is the name Eric, over?
Sir Roger.
Okay, the name is Dan, Delta Alpha November. I'm in Fox November 21. Fox November 21, over.
Okay, thanks for the FN 21. Sideband, AM, FM, CW, digital. You can do Morse code. You can send FT8. I mean, all kinds of stuff on 6 meters. Work the world. Most every transceiver will do HF and 6 meters. Moving up to 2 meters. 2 meters. Another one of my favorite bands. Why? Because not only can you use a repeater pretty much anywhere you are in the United States or the world with a 2-meter handheld, but think about this. 2-meter single sideband.
Oh, you're doing good, Eric. No problem here. Q5 copy. And my name is Alex Alpha Lima Echo Charlie. And I'm in Marianna, Florida, over. Okay, good on Marianna. I have worked with somebody that also lives up towards that way and does some work, Quincy, Marianna, Balboa, some other areas. So very good to have some contact up in the Panhandle today on 2-meter sideband. What's your station consist of over there, over? ICOM with 12 element LSA at about 60, a little over 60 feet, and the amplifier is about 400 watts, over.
2-meter AM, 2-meter Morse code, 2-meter FT8, 2-meter Hellschreiber, 2-meter PSK, 2-meter MFSK 144, 2-meter Throb, 2-meter Domino X. You can use all those digital modes on 2 meters. Now, you do most likely have to have a 2-meter radio that has all mode capabilities, single sideband, AM, CW. I have the ICOM 705, and I've had the ICOM 9700, and that radio by far of all the radios I've ever played with in my life, the ICOM 9700 is my favorite radio of all time. Why? Because I use that radio with 100 watts and a 13-element Cushcraft beam. I worked the entire southeast United States on sideband and AM. I mean, I've worked in North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas. Well, Arkansas is really not up there, but Georgia, all on 2-meter single sideband, upper sideband, and even AM. You should hear the guys on 2-meter AM every morning in the Panhandle. They're on every morning. They got beacons running. They work 2-meter AM, and man, that was before FM and repeaters, guys. People were on 2-meter AM. Even slow scan TV. You can do all that as a technician class operator. And Morse code. Listen, there are people that have been around in ham radio for 50 years that said they've never, ever heard of or knew that you can do CW Morse code or FT8 or single sideband on 2 meters. AM. No, that AM, that's gone. Wrong. AM is all over 2 meters. How about 220? This is a very neglected band. A lot of people don't have a 220 transceiver, but look, the same privileges apply. Single sideband, AM, FM, CW. You ever done Morse code on 220? If you've done Morse code on 220, I want to hear about it. Leave a comment, please. I'd love to know how you've done FT8 or AM or CW on 220. I'd love to hear it. 1.25 meter band, a great band. So now into UHF. Now you're licensed way up to like 250 gigahertz, okay? But a lot of people don't use those. If you look down here, technician class, all the way up to 2310 megahertz, all the way up to 275 gigahertz. Nobody practical is going to use those, but you can do microwave as a technician class. There's more information online. There are people that are well more versed in it than I am. But UHF, have you ever done single sideband at 900 megahertz? Have you ever done CW or Morse code at 1.2 gigahertz? Again, the ICOM 9700 was my favorite because it had this mode. I never got to use it, the 23 centimeters. But listen, not only can you use FM on repeaters on 2 meters and 70 centimeters, that's what a lot of the new hams here is dual band handheld FM, VHF, UHF, repeater. That's what they hear as a technician. But there's so much more. And I wish I had more people to talk to on AM 70 centimeters or single sideband 23 centimeters. It happens. It's there. It's available to you as a technician class. So I have my backpack on. Backpack right here, full of all kinds of antennas that you can do portable. You can do on an island. You can do on the side of a bridge. You can do out of your car, wherever you want. In fact, here's one right here. The MPass 2.0 is a portable, deployable field antenna, vertical or wire, or however you want to deploy it. Do you need a backpack like this? No. Can you be one of those guys that's doing parks on the air? Absolutely. You could do that as a technician class. Can you put up a tower for an antenna? Absolutely. I haven't done mine yet, but what can you do with a tower? You can put up a 10 meter, a 6 meter, a 2 meter, a 440, even a microwave antenna on a tower like this. Yes, you can set up dipoles and verticals and beam antennas and work the world with a tower as an amateur radio technician class operator. Satellite SO50. We are going to, this thing is going to be about 50 degrees elevation as well, which is going to put it somewhere about up here. And it's going to be coming from this way, the northwest to the southwest like this. Hopefully we get a contact on this thing. We need the little bonus points, and I really want to use this 9700 on satellite. Now, sounds really good on satellite. It just so happens that Rick is not a good pointer. I'm kidding. He did an amazing job.
Yes, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen,
oh, here it comes.
He fessed up at dinner time that he, in fact, while throwing me under the bus that I'm a terrible pointer, did not have the RF gang turned up. When he figured that out, voila, there were all the satellite signals.
There's my buddy on CW. This is the greatest CW guy ever.
Yes.
Are you gonna be locked in the trailer doing all night again?
All-nighter, yeah.
I purposely come here to do an all-nighter with Dwayne. That's,
right.
that is the coolest part. So Dwayne is awesome at CW. But a little secret, I make a contact on field day, but he's got to decode it for me. I send it, and then I can't receive it or decode it. So Dwayne does that for me. But anyways, yeah, Dwayne, we're going to try a satellite pass here in moments. Tango, W4OT, 6 Alpha, Sierra Foxtrot Lima, 6 Alpha, South Florida, Whiskey 4 Oscar Tango, 6 Alpha, Sierra Foxtrot Lima, keyword Z.
Oscar Tango, this is Kilo 4, Mike November 2 Alpha, November Charlie, 2 Alpha, North Carolina.
North Carolina, your call? Yep, you can do that as a technician.
Hotel Papa 2, Victor X-Ray, Foxtrot Juliet 09.
Kilo Juliet 4, Yankee Zulu India, Echo Lima 97.
Juliet 4, Echo Lima, AI4AK, Echo Mary 74, and Stephen EL 97. Whiskey Alpha 2, Romeo Uniform Papa, FN 34. Kilo 4, YZI, Kilowatt 4, Yankee Zulu India, AI4AK, QSL.
AI4AK, I got it, at KJ4YZI, Echo Lima 97, over. Yes, you can do that as a technician. Kilo Juliet 4, Yankee Zulu India, Echo Lima 97.
Echo Lima 97, KJ4 Echo Uniform.
Again, KJ4YZI, Echo Lima 97.
KJ4YZI, KJ4 Echo Uniform, Echo Mike 56.
I got Echo Mike 5, thanks, 5-6, thanks, 7-3.
Roger, 73. Okay. Echo Lima 97, Kilo Echo. Foxberry 19. Echo Lima 97, Station Kilo Echo 0, Papa Bravo Romeo. Echo Mike 49. Romeo, Echo Kilo 09. Echo 09, KN4 GQB. X-Ray Echo 1 Romeo, X-Ray Echo 1 Romeo, Whiskey 9 Tango, Whiskey Juliet, store 529 and 8190 QSL.
Imagine working a satellite that's the size of a shoebox, moving 17,000 miles an hour, and you're hitting it with an antenna on the ground and a handheld in your hand as a technician. You don't need a satellite tracker. You could do it with a handheld antenna and a Baofeng radio, which costs $35 as a technician. So there's my satellite tracker. I have yet to get this thing set back up to automatically track the satellite so I don't have to hold the antenna in my hand. Here's the Elk dual band log periodic antenna that I put on there. But look, as a technician class, I could use a Chameleon F-Loop 2.0 antenna on the tripod. I could use plenty of different portable antennas for different bands. Again, if you want to use this on 40 meters as a wire for CW portion, you could do that as a tech. You can clamp it to your barbecue grill and set up a vertical as a technician class. You can have multiple antennas for VHF, UHF, and 800 megahertz here on your mobile and operate FM and other digital modes like D-Star, C4 FM Fusion, P25, and DMR as a technician class. The list can go on and on. There's a lot of stuff you can do that I haven't even mentioned, like weather facts and talking to astronauts on the space station. Things can happen in ham radio as a technician class operator. And if this has encouraged you to jump into the hobby because someone told you you had to go for that general and extra, I hope that you learned something from this video and check out my whole catalog of videos on YouTube that show all the things you can do in ham radio so that when you do become a general or an extra, you can do all of what you've seen in this video and more, plus what I didn't even show you about general and extra. Thanks for watching, and the easiest way, again, to get your ham radio license is a service that I believe in a lot, hamradioprep.com. If you use the code ERIC20 on any one of the courses that you buy, you'll save 20% right off the bat. So I hope to work you as a technician class on ham radio very soon. 7-3, this is KJ4YZI.